My name is Gavin Towers. I'm 44 years old. I'm aiming to break the British coastal cycling record of 4,802 miles in under 22 days. This is the first record attempt and the first challenge of this magnitude that I'll have undertaken. I'm not in any way, shape or form a seasoned endurance rider. Without fucking question, I've been trying to do something like this for 20 years. I've always wanted to do it. It's meant to be. This is going to work out, and I can't tell you how it's going to work out, but it is going to work out. It's going to go the way it's meant to go. If I knew everything about this ride, I'm not sure I'd set off. That's one of the appeals, isn't it? That actually we don't know, and there are obvious questions about safety. There are obvious questions about, the deliverables, the physicality, whether you can do it, whether you can't do it, whether you'll break a record. It all starts with you getting on the bike, clipping in and starting pedaling, because up until that point, it's all speculation.
Yeah! See you all soon! Thank you! Lots of love! Love you!
Working in a clockwise direction, we're starting on the west coast of Cumbria in a small town called Millom, and we're heading north up through Cumbria and into Scotland. Once you set off, there was a feeling of, this is great. We've done it. We've actually set off. I'm really lucky with this challenge to have significant charity partners involved. Save the Children and RNIB, so the Royal National Institute for the Blind. I've got an eye condition, a genetic degenerative eye condition, which means ultimately there's a good chance I'll be completely blind. This challenge is about me coming to terms with my eye condition in many senses. The other support vehicle is just broken down. That vehicle's just fresh out the garage, fully laden with support, nutrition, gels, clothing. But what can you do? You just gotta smile and keep going, haven't you? It's all part of life's wonderful tapestry. So. I think the first day you're cycling on adrenaline and good vibes, and you're as fresh as you're gonna be.
How far was that from Millom then? About 50 miles? Yeah. At least the recovery effort's not the end of the world then.
The time's fine, but I'm not really worried about it, if that makes sense. I think if we get overly attached to that, then on the days it's going well, you'll be like, yay, and on the days it's going badly, it'll be traumatic. The record was set in 1984 by a chap called Nick Sanders. He did it in 22 days. We're looking to do it in less than 22. That gives us an average requirement of 230 miles a day.
Have you ever cycled a 230 mile day or an 18-hour day?
Once, yeah, I have, but that's once.
Don't worry about it.
Right, let's just
End
go
of
at
day
10, because we finished at 10 last night, didn't we?
Well, no, 9:30. And it was pitch black.
Right, well then maybe...
So 9:30 feels like a good time.
Right, let's go at half.
But it depends what the road's like, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like that was pitch black country London. So.
Well, I mean, theoretically, if we can get between 3 and 4 hours out of you now, we're
exactly.
in really nice state.
Yeah, we're doing very well.
Yeah, great. We can definitely do that.
Put it this way: the further we can get you tonight, the better.
Yeah, can put
we can
the
maybe
big lights
do like
on.
big lights and even like close follow, or what we did yesterday.
Yeah, that'd be that was so helpful,
That'll be you driving
in the blue van.
Yeah.
I'm doing as much as I can, but my arse is like. Saddle sore was starting, and we hadn't really realised or weren't aware of the concern as much as maybe we need to be, and wasn't aware of what was to come, Onwards. See you in a bit.
I think the pain is getting real. He's got a really bad saddle sore, unfortunately. He's suffering a little bit physically. But he'll live. He's hard up here.
Sitting in a saddle for 16 to 18 hours a day, it's going to have to be really uncomfortable. I just can't, I think, sitting in any position for that amount of time. Oh my God.
It's only day 3. Oh god. Does this just go down and stop? I mean, that's the assumption.
So?
The swelling to just stop one day. This morning it was super uncomfortable. Then I've had another 2.5, 3 hours, where 2.5 of those hours were good, but one of them was just so painful.
You can't undertake a challenge like this and expect it to be easy all the time. And anyway, you don't learn from smooth. In that case, I've been learning for the last 44 years and I just want some tailwinds and smoothness.
Hedonistic headwinds, sensational saddle sore, wet rain has meant that we haven't been fast or comfortable since 4:30 this morning. This morning I think I spent the first 3 hours like just making moaning noises, you know, like an injured animal. It took us like 7 hours to do 60 miles. Ouch. Yeah. Just can't get in the fucking saddle.
I think there's a uniqueness with coastal cycling, and there's a beauty, there's a rawness. You feel very attuned with the elements, whether that's the sunrise, the sunset, or certainly with the wind. We'll be in touch with nature and, you know, therefore, I suppose, in touch with ourselves. You could see this as a meditation on the bike. I don't have a problem with isolation or being by myself. I never have. I used to love the peace of cycling or going fishing or just being in nature, of doing something where I don't feel the need to talk. That's going to be one of the challenges. It's not just the cycling, it's whatever's going on in your mind.
There you go.
Oh, cheers, bro. No, the other one's the antiseptic ones if possible. Cheers, mate. Thank you.
He's on the table as well. I'm taking Gavin. Right, so these can go in the fridge.
Oh my god. Oh! I really wrecked.
Probably got enough for one. Get one of those and we'll do a card for the other one.
Oh, fucking hell.
On one of the days, I just couldn't sit in the saddle at all. This morning we tried a few options, so we moved to an 11 o'clock departure. We tried getting on the bike and couldn't, so we decided to rest a full day, and we've been to A&E this afternoon where they've been really helpful. I have to be honest, I never thought this would happen on this trip. We've had so many new experiences. I guess I thought some of them might happen. This one was not one of them. I don't feel particularly stressed. I feel like, well, it's just part of this attempt, and I think it's the right decision, just everything takes. Hopefully we're all good. We've got what we need to help heal, and we're back on the road tomorrow morning.
I don't think you can turn around tomorrow and stop taking life seriously.
Whoa, look at that.
My eye condition is called RP, that's Retinitis Pigmentosa. I have tunnel vision all the time, so no peripheral vision, no fields of vision to speak of. My acuity's good, but my peripherals aren't there. It also gives night blindness or adaptation to shifts in light. Winters are hard, overcast days are hard. There's a great description of RP, which is you can see a pencil in the corner of a room, but you'll fall over an elephant getting to it.
Gav! Gav!
Right, everyone, go, 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 go! Okay, Charlie's gone already.
Dinner's out there. Dinner's in the bin.
No, keep it there.
Well, because if we turn him round, I can't count those miles. As soon as he turns round, that's miles I've got to discount from the ride.
Straight past us. It's good to show the people at home that you really are blind. We're
We're in falling asleep on the bike territory, I hear.
I've had 2 power naps, mate.
Nice.
Yeah. Both extremely necessary. I'm trying to drink at the top. Going down, got no fucking
No chance, yeah. And then you're going up again.
Yeah, I suppose it's
Got
got
to just drink on all the ups.
Yeah, it's not good, lads.
But you're obviously not eating and drinking as much as you were, so
Yeah.
it's making this whole thing harder for you.
It's never going to be easy.
We did say you were going to hate us for trying to feed you constantly.
You made it. A quarter of the way.
Only like, what, 3,600 to go?
Night riding is really the ultimate in what it's like to have RP, you know, it's like you've got no idea what's going on out there. Even 4:35, I start to get challenged more, and my body's just saying, what are you doing? Go home. And it's all the uncertainty, just like smashing into stuff, it wears you down.
He was really unhappy last night riding in the dark, or coming into the dark, from about, well, straight after our dinner. He was just moody as fuck. He doesn't feel safe.
Lots of these roads are completely covered by trees, and it's like my brain just goes pitch black. You're like, fucking where are you going?
We have left John O'Groats. We cycled through Wick this morning. The roads are quite a lot easier going in many senses, and progress this morning has been good. We got a lot of ground to try and make up after the weather and the saddle sore from last week. We're under pressure, but it's alright. It's all good. Right, I'll see you all later anyway.
Take it easy.
Cheers, guys.
Am I confident what?
You'll do 200?
I said,
Today? Oh,
Okay,
I
I'm
hope so. Yes, more than 200. We need more. We've got the Highlands out of the way.
You ready?
That was hard, tough going.
Hi, brother.
So we need to push him this week. He's got this 7 days to make up a chunk of miles. What are we looking at? Miles of
290 a day.
days of 240 to 280 a day, potentially, for 7 days, which in his current state is going to be a massive challenge. So it's on a knife edge really, and it needs Gavin to, decide where he's at physically, I guess.
Yeah.
This is hard. There's no two ways about it.
Because every day seems to get less mileage, so, and obviously today's tough, the wind's been terrible.
How much did you do yesterday?
150.
Everything about it currently is hard.
It's depressing when you look at the map where he's gone and how far he's got to go.
Oh yeah. It is impressive.
No, it's depressing.
Oh.
Like he started there and we're there and he's got to do all that.
Saddle sore, gut ache, cramps, passing blood, swollen face.
If he's doing 160 a day, this whole thing will take him 30 days.
You're staying there.
Yeah, but if you took a break.
So where we are? Again?
We are.
You're fucking kidding me.
Really poor vision. My God.
There's definitely eye strain, as I would describe it, and that's just, it feels like there's an added burden of seeing where you're going. The quality of my sight deteriorates with fatigue and stress. Like, at the end of the day, we could pull the plug on this at any point. I just wanted to tell everybody, obviously it looks quite clear, like that Nick Sanders' record is way beyond my grasp. That isn't to say that I don't want to carry on. I want to carry on as we planned, but I suppose it's kind of getting a balance between optimism and naivety. Like, if we were like, right, we're just 5 miles behind,
Of course.
put the fucking hammer down. But when we're talking about 500 miles over the space of like 14 days, there's a reality check there. And certainly the last week has highlighted some realities about probably what is and isn't possible. Without fucking question, I've been trying to do something like this for 20 years. I've always wanted to do it. It's meant to be. This is going to work out, and I can't tell you how it's going to work out, but it is going to work out. It's going to go the way it's meant to go. Why am I doing this? It's helping me come to terms with the reality of my eye condition. I hope through doing that I can also raise awareness for visual impairment, people with disabilities. The main purpose of the ride is not to break the record. The main purpose of the ride is to get on the road, is to engage people, is to raise awareness for visual impairment, for RNIB, for Save the Children. But what we're starting to find now is that we stop somewhere, local people will ask questions, then they'll donate and support the charities, and it's really cool. And it's happening more and more. You know, I was talking earlier about this veneer of pain and fatigue, and when you stop and somebody looks you dead in the eye and goes, what you're doing is really good, it's really important, keep going, it chips away at that, and it's, you know, it's really cool.
What's not so, Gav?
Ears?
How your ears?
How are your toes?
How it is.
Fingers alright, yeah?
No, numb. Fingers numb.
How's your elbow?
Alright, except for sometimes put a bit too much pressure on it.
What, your chin? Is that good?
Fine, chin's great.
Yeah!
Oh.
How's the beard?
It's getting long, isn't it?
It's the border.
Happy days. England. Fucking happy days.
We all made it. This far. How far even is this far?
Feel good to be out of Scotland.
God. Words escape me.
Then we started to get back into a groove. By the time we got to London, people were surprised just because of how long we'd spent trying to navigate Scotland. The time it took us from Berwick-upon-Tweed down to London seemed fairly short by comparison.
Super pleased to have made it to London. It's been a real difficult, in many senses, couple of weeks.
We've covered a good sort of 600, 700 miles in 4 days basically. So I think that reaction to more sleep was what we were looking for, and we got it. We gave him a couple of nights where he got 8 hours sleep, and it just gave him the momentum and the energy to, you know, put in a good 180, 190 shift for a few days.
magnitude of this, I still don't appreciate. I didn't fully appreciate. I don't know how anybody cycles that, like, seriously.
What on earth in the first place made me think I could do 21 days? Because I remember when we set off in the morning, like joking, like I'll see you in 18 days kind of thing, we'll be back here in 18 days. I felt strong. I'd trained in the way that I'd been asked to train. We were going at this with total integrity and total belief. I got found out quite quickly in that sense. And you can say for whatever reason, it's just, that's what it was.
And it's interesting, like, just how tiring actually just cycling. And I can only think that's my eyes more than other, do you know what I mean? Like,
did you try night cycling before the challenge?
I did. I started going out early mornings, but I hadn't done it recently.
in the morning it doesn't feel quite so bad. I don't know, it's almost like the day is coming to light and you know it's going to get lighter and all that kind of stuff, but the afternoons.
So I thought I'd prepared, but, well, yeah, but whether I just couldn't do it. Yeah, it was like impossible, full stop.
But it's tight, you know. There's only so many days in the hours in the day that he can ride. He can not ride at night, but it's not ideal.
The plan is to be up at 2:45 a.m. each day and then to roll out by about 3:30 a.m. We're finished between 9:30 and 10 p.m. each day.
Get him total daylight hours, 7 o'clock, 7:30 we knock him off, that's it. Get him to bed, up early. That's the only way I can see it working from here on, because if we're not going to be riding early hours and late hours, then we've got to just maximise daylight.
And you wonder, don't you, like, well, what if better weather? What if no saddle sore? What if... But still, 230 miles a day. Not with my... Definitely not with my eye condition. I just know I can't fit it into a 12-hour daylight window. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not fucking possible.
My eye condition became apparent straight away. It was apparent at the beginning, it was apparent in the mornings, it was apparent in the evenings. One of the things I know I kept saying was, you know, this ride will give me a chance to come to terms with my eye condition, but what I found was I still don't want to. You know, I still didn't want to, so it was really fucking irritating.
Do you think you were maybe a little bit trying to just avoid the problem?
Oh, completely. Yeah, without question, you know. And I still do. I mean, that's one thing. So I suppose the question, was I ignoring the reality of the condition? Yes. Do I still try? Yes. But I've noticed the last few days, my eyes feel as though they're the part of me that's carrying the brunt of the trauma, if you like, or the effects of this ride. Like, you can tell I find it difficult to talk about because I don't really know what to say. Like, it's there. Does it have an effect on my life? Yeah. Do I want to admit that? Not really. Am I coming to terms with it? I don't fucking think I am. You need to find a more positive interpretation of you as a person and the limitations that your vision creates. You can only find peace with yourself by accepting who you are. If there's something that is kind of burning inside you, or there's a desire or an ambition, and you really should.
It feels like a landmark, this one. I'm really pleased to get here. After Land's End, I feel like it's home. I'm excited, man. We're nearly there.
Gavin Tower! Gavin Tower!
Rush, have you got any food left in your...
Yes, we do actually.
Can I eat something?
Yes, you can.
Thank you very much.
You've got 4 miles, Gavin.
Get on.
Yeah, mate, but I want to ride.
Second you turn up. Every stop's a break. Every stop's a feed.
I'm hungry.
A challenge doesn't have to be that big. It doesn't have to entail record breaking. It can be anything. There's only one way to find out if you can do something within a certain time frame. Just get on and fucking do it. I still can't quite wrap my head around it, you know. That really, that a 44-year-old blind person, you know, got on their bike and went and did that. That's pretty cool. Just do it again tomorrow. Just faster.